So, good afternoon, great people of the great Republic of Kenya. So today, a number of things have changed. The Generation Z are people who have put pressure on President William Ruto, forcing him to bring down the finance bill 2024. Have made 14 demands to the President of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto. The question is President William Ruto going to listen to the Gen Z, or is he going to harden and decide that he is no more going to listen to what the Gen Z want? And first of all, before we go, there's this news which has just come out that court bars police from using water cannons, tear gas, live ammunition, rubber bullets, crude weapons on draconian measures against peaceful protesters. So these are declaration all a rule which have been announced from court that the police are no more allowed to use water cannons during peaceful demonstrations. They are not allowed to use water cannons, tear gas, live ammunition, rubber bullets, crude weapons, or draconian measures against peaceful protestants. And like for example, in the previous demonstrations which we had, the very first ones, we saw they were very peaceful. Even we were saying we are peaceful, but we could see the police using tear gas, using water cannons, and at some point, even during the very first day, some people spotted a live ammunition being used against peaceful protestants, something which have been declared illegal. So that's something which we are going to see if it's true the government will obey these rules from the court. And before we continue, before I tell you the 14 demands which the Gen Z have asked from President William Ruto, I would like you, if this is the first time you're coming across a video from this channel, this Duffy Updates, you can call me Benika President, aka the Content Mafia, and you can also join our family, join our community by clicking the subscribe button. You can also like this video and keep the notification icon on, and when you do that, that will help you. Every time we upload a new video, you will be amongst the first people to watch it. If you have done that, thank you, and I appreciate. Let's continue. After saying that the Gen Z are really serious on what they want, President William Ruto decided to bring down the draconian finance bill. And after that, the Gen Z have been left been left wondering, and the Kenyans are yet to see what next. The Kenyans want to know, after the bill was rejected or withdrawn, what's going to happen next? And the demonstration still going to happen, or is that the last bit of it? So today I'll be telling you the 14 things which the Gen Z have asked from President William Ruto, and you are going to tell me if this is something you think the president can hit to. So there is this flyer which have been produced, and it says that it is made by a combination of the Generation X. It also comprises of the millennials. There is also the Gen Z, and largely all Kenyans. Our non-negotiable demands to Dictator Ruto and his greedy government. So that's the title or the heading of the demands. You can call them our non-negotiable demands to Dictator Ruto and his greedy government. So these demands, the 14 demands which the Gen Z have made, are non-negotiable, and they want President Ruto and his greedy government to hit to them. So the demand number 1, obey all court orders and scrap the illegitimate CAS positions and public funded offices of First Lady, Second Lady, and Prime Cabinet Secretary's wife. Redirect the funds to employing teachers and doctors. So on the first one, they want the CAS positions scrapped. They want the public funds used by the First Lady and Second Lady and the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi's wife also removed, and they want the funds to be used in employing teachers and paying doctors. That's demand number 1. The demand number 2, scrap the useless housing levy and publish proper audit of how the money has been used the last 1 year and refund all the contributions. So there have been these contentious housing levy which President William Ruto have been campaigning a lot about, saying, oh, the affordable housing has created a lot of jobs, they are going to help a lot of people. But on demand number 2, the Gen Z, all Kenyans at large, want this levy scrapped, and the government to explain for the last 1 year how it has used the money contributed under the levy, and the remaining of the money they want it to be refunded to Kenyans. On demand number 3, they want a proper and detailed audit of the national debt. So every time the president comes out and tells us, oh, we have a very huge debt that we have to pay, oh, Kenyans must pay their debt, and according to these demands from the Gen Z, they want a proper audit. They want the government to come out and explain in details about the debt, where it is at the moment, what has been done to make sure that it's at that moment, and that's it. They want the national government to explain in details about the national debt, which they are singing to us each and every time. On demand number 4, the Gen Z wants the government the president sack all government officials with criminal records and integrity issues, starting from Mithika Rinturi for the fake fertilizer. They want the president to sack all government officials with criminal records, and for one of them, they have mentioned Mithika Rinturi, and this is because Mithika Rinturi was named as the headliner in the fake fertilizer scandal. And when we speak about that, they expect, or me as one of them, we expect the people who will be going home amongst his close allies. A person like Oscar Sud, who is alleged didn't even complete primary school. People like everybody in his government at some point have had a criminal record, and the government or the Gen Z want all of them sent home. On number 5, full restoration of Rinda Mama program, a total scrapping of the oppressive SHIF. So the government, the Kenya Kwanza government introduced SHIF, which they say is going to help a lot to the people who are sick, the mothers who are going to give birth. And when they introduced this, they scrapped Linda Mama program, which was very helpful to our mothers, to our pregnant females who are in the country. It used to help them a lot because the funds, they used to help in funding them delivering or bringing up the young ones. So they want the Linda Mama reintroduced and the SHIF or SHIF scrapped off. On number 6, on the demands which the Gen Z have demanded from RUTO is constitute the IEBC within the next 30 days to facilitate our move to recall all rogue MPs and hold fresh elections. So after the MPs pass the bill, there have been this notion that they can be impeached or recalled, and they want, the Gen Z want the government to reconstitute IEBC so that this process of recalling MPs can start immediately. On number 7, obey court orders and cancel all plans to take our police force to Haiti and recall those deployed immediately. That's also one of the demands. They want Ruto and his government to recall the police who are sent there. We saw a bunch of 400 police officers were sent, and the Gen Z want the government to follow orders, follow the constitution, and stop deploying police officers to Haiti. On number 8, employ all JSS teachers to permanent and pensionable terms, including those sacked during the recent strike, immediately. That's also one of the things which the Gen Z demands from the government. All JSS teachers to be employed, and those who are fired during the strike re-employed. On number 9, employ in turn doctors on their previous payment terms. Doctors can't earn less than useless MPs. So we know MPs earn a lot of money, and the doctors are paid peanuts compared to what the MPs earn, and we can all say that what doctors do is more important than what the MPs do. We saw what they did in Parliament, passing contemptuous bills which the residents from their constituencies don't want. So I think that's self-explanatory. On number 10, reduce all MP salaries and allowances to be capped at cash 200,000 MPs cannot earn more than doctors in a third world struggling economy. It's totally unacceptable. It's alleged that most MPs earn almost 1,000,000 shillings, or to be precise, about 700,000. And there is also a number of, what do we call them? The housing allowances, travel, we all know that, and they want this reduced to a maximum of 200,000. On number 11, scrap the useless and wasteful positions of women lab and use the money used to pay their salaries to increase salaries for civil servants. They want the money used to pay these women labs used to pay other people, and this position to be scrapped off. They don't want women lab anymore in the country of Kenya. On number 12, restore the school feeding program and increase funding to education and health and cut budgets to the executive and legislature. That's something which we have heard a number of times. And at number 13, all government officials and public servants must travel around with government-owned vehicles, trains, airplanes, and helicopters to curb corruption and conflict of interest. That's also one of the things the Gen Z want Ruto to do, and in order of reducing the corruption in Kenya, because we have seen most government officials take advantage and use a lot of public funds because they know it's not coming out of their pockets. And the last demand which the Gen Z want Ruto to fulfill is Ruto should stop state capture of the judiciary, legislature, and resign with immediate effect for selling the country to the West and International Monetary Funds, and as you would call it, IMF. That's the last one. They want the president of the country to resign. So the question still remains, are these demands workable? Is President William Ruto going to heed to their demands? I would really love to see out of the 14 if Ruto is going maybe to fulfill 3 or 5 or all of them, or he's going to fulfill neither, because the Gen Zs have decided or declared that if Ruto doesn't fulfill these demands, we are going to go back to the streets. And I'll be here to bring you everything as it unfolds, and you can tell me in the demands which you have had there, what do you think Ruto will do about them? I'll meet you in the next video. Have yourself a good evening, and if it's your first time in our channel, make sure that you join us by clicking the subscribe button. Bye bye.